to Where I Long to Be, a magical trip report podcast. My name is Virginia, and I am your host. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday if you celebrate. I had a fantastic but exhausting trip to North Carolina to be with my sister and her family, where her three boys kept Alex running around the entire time. It was so much fun, but when we got back, we collapsed and we spent basically all that Sunday like couch potatoes. Today's guest, Sandra, probably was not eating turkey that weekend, though, and that's because she hails from Canada, where they celebrate Thanksgiving the month before we do here in the States. Sandra is a travel agent with Playcation Travel and would love to help you plan your next magical vacation. She comes to me by way of Kate Andrews, who has been on the show for 2 different trip reports before, and I will link to those episodes in the show notes. So, without any further ado, let's dive right back in. Here's Sandra. Hi, Sandra. Welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Virginia. Thanks for having me.
You are a friend of Kate Andrews.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I think she sent you my way.
Yes.
So shout out to Kate. How do you know Kate?
We are both travel agents for the same company.
Okay, and that's Playcation Travel,
That
correct?
is correct. Yes.
In Canada.
hmm
Okay, where are you in Canada?
I am in Brampton, Ontario. It's about a 40-minute drive east of Toronto.
Tell me a little bit about your Disney journey. Did you go when you were younger, and what led you to where you are today to be a travel agent who specializes in Disney?
So, my first actual Disney experience was in 2015. I went on a Disney cruise, found a great deal, and nabbed it. But my love for Disney didn't happen until the following year when I booked a Walt Disney World trip. Originally, I'd never wanted to go to Disney.
Hmm.
The thought of being in line with thousands of my closest strangers did not appeal to me.
Your closest strangers.
But I was a single mom at the time and I had two young kids, and I'm like, I never had this experience. Let me give it to them. So we booked it, and I did a ton of research. We went into Magic Kingdom on arrival day for a Be Our Guest dining reservation because my
Hmm.
oldest was very into Belle at the time. And as soon as I walked into Main Street, I don't know if it's they pump pixie dust into the air, but I felt like all my stress, all the weight of the world was off my shoulders, and I
Hmm.
felt like I was at home. And
Mm.
I've never experienced that feeling ever. And I don't know why or how
Hmm.
I never wanted to go to Disney.
Hmm.
And it was eye-opening.
Yeah, I feel the exact same way, and I think a lot of people do. There are very few places I would say in the world that can make people feel that way. It's so many people across the board, I would say, because I hear it so many times that it is the place that someone feels that they can go where they don't have to think about anything else. And that's certainly true for me. It's true for you. And so I think that a lot of people will think of Disney as a place where you have to wait in a lot of lines with a lot of people and you're doing a lot of running around. And my husband is one of these people. He's like, I just don't want to run around. I just want to relax. But to me, even with the running around, it feels relaxing because I'm not worrying about anything else, you know?
That's exactly how I feel.
So 2015 was the cruise.
Yep.
When was the first trip to Disney? It was 1 year later?
Yeah. So the cruise
Okay.
was in January of 2015, and then in October of 2016 is when we went to Disney.
How many times would you say you have been to Walt Disney World specifically since that first trip?
Let me think. So to Walt Disney World specifically, the
Hmm.
next time we went was after COVID. So I think that was 2022.
Hmm.
And then I've been back at least once a year since.
Okay. Have you ever been to any of the other Disney parks in the world?
We went to Disneyland in 2019.
Okay. What
And
did you think about that? Did you get the
I
same
love,
feeling, I should ask?
well, I got it was so it was somewhat of the same feeling, but it felt a little different.
Hmm.
It felt familiar, but different.
Yeah.
And then on this trip, actually, I went with I had, so let's backtrack a little bit. 2016, we went to Disney World. 2017, I got married. And then
Hmm.
2018, we had a little girl, and then she came along on our 2019 trip. So it was me, my 17-month-old, a 9-year-old, and a 14-year-old on that trip.
I love Disneyland. You cannot discount the fact that it is the original, that Walt walked
Mhm.
there. I definitely feel happy there, but I don't get the exact same sense of, I don't know, all my cares in the world have gone out the
Mhm.
window. And I
Right.
think it has to do with the fact that at Disney World, you truly are in the bubble. And when you're in each of the parks, or if you're at one of the resorts, you can't see anything outside of that. Whereas at Disneyland, you see Anaheim right outside the walls of the park. And even if you're staying at one of the Disney hotels, you can still see the other non Disney hotels sitting right there. And you see people who happen to just be cutting through because it's a main road. And so I feel 100% a sense of happiness there, but not the same sense of stress free bubble.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when was the last time you went on a Disney cruise? Was it just that one time that you went, or have you been on Disney cruises since?
I booked another cruise. I want to say 2024. We did a
Mhm.
very maritime cruise.
A very maritime cruise. That sounds to me like a good time. I don't think I've ever talked to anybody who's gone on one of those. Most of the people I've talked to have been on the Halloween version. What did they do
Mhm.
that's special on that particular cruise?
So they had a tree lighting ceremony. There
Oh,
was, yeah, they had,
do they have like a big tree in the atrium of the ship?
yeah, yeah.
Mm,
And then
okay.
when you walk in, it's not lit, and then they have that ceremony, and then it's lit for the rest of the cruise.
Our kids, well, I should ask, does Santa come on the cruise too?
Yes, he does. And Mrs.
That's
Claus.
magical. Oh,
Yes,
Mrs. Claus too. Amazing.
yes,
Amazing.
yep. She tells a
Cool.
story. There's story time with Mrs. Claus. You can take pictures with them. So we all got most of the people on the cruise dressed up in pajamas and got their pictures taken with them. There's milk and cookies during that time. There's a deck party, a Christmas holiday
Mhm.
deck party, and there's carols on the atrium. It's so much fun. And then if you
Mm.
book that, like if you plan that with some Walt Disney World time and do Christmas stuff there, like we did, it is just icing on the cake.
Yeah, magic from start to
Yeah.
finish.
hmm It was probably my most memorable vacation.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I have never heard anybody speak about the Very Maritime cruise until literally just this moment, and I can tell you for a fact that just by hearing that, I'm like, I would be more interested in that than the Halloween one. That
hmm
sounds so cozy and right up my alley.
Yep.
Not that I don't like Halloween. I like Halloween.
Yeah. Like I like Halloween, but there's something magical about Christmas with Disney.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes it's hard to get away during the holiday season, but that is something that would really tickle my fancy. So I might look
hmm
into that for sometime in the future.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this trip that you're going to be going on. So first of all, who is traveling with you?
So this time it is my husband Darren and the little one, Abigail.
How old is Abigail?
She's 7,
And your two older daughters are not coming on the trip. How old are they now?
18 and 13.
Where well, I was gonna ask you where you're staying, but this is like a multi-phase trip.
hmm
So, let's talk about it in phases. So, phase 1, where are you staying?
So we are flying in on November 9th, and we are
Mhm.
staying at Caribbean Beach Resort for the night.
Okay, have you ever stayed there before?
I have not.
What are you looking forward to about staying there for the first time? Is there anything in terms of the restaurants or anything like that that you have your eye on?
My main focus would be to relax by the pool
Mhm.
and to grab coffee at the Riviera.
Oh, yeah. For sure. You can't be
Yeah.
that close to the Riviera and not go grab coffee.
No, you cannot.
Oh my goodness. What's your go-to order at Le Petit Cafe?
So I've only been there once, and I'm not sure.
Okay. I'm
I'm
going to
not sure.
recommend the almond cold brew if you're looking
The
for
almond
a
cold brew.
recommendation. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And might I suggest the banana bread while you're there?
I've heard that before on your podcast.
It's so good. It's so good. And I
Yeah.
can literally, like, as I said that, there are certain foods where you can literally think of how it tastes. And it's like you can taste it while you're thinking about it.
Mm.
That is one of them for me.
All right. I should
Uh,
try that.
yes. Yes, you should. Okay. What time does your flight land?
So our flight lands around 10:30 in the morning.
Do you have a plan as to how you're going to get from MCO over to Caribbean Beach?
Yeah, we're going to take nearest transportation,
The bus or private?
the bus,
Have you done the bus before?
all the time.
Yep, it's a really good way to go. Very economical, especially, when you have a certain number of people and a certain
Hmm.
amount of luggage. It can really add up if you need to get an Uber or something that is, bigger to fit all your stuff. And Mears is
Yep.
super easy.
And also with car seats and everything like that,
Hmm. Yeah.
it's
Yep.
easier.
Very true. So landing at 10:30, you think you'll probably be over at Caribbean Beach by 10:30, or excuse me, 11:30, 12ish or so.
Yeah, I would think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
All right, just in time for lunch.
Hmm.
I ate at Sebastian's for the first time on my Labor Day weekend trip, and it was really good. So if you're looking to do a sit down meal, it's not cheap because it's one of the all you care to enjoy sit down meals, but it was delicious. So,
I looked into that menu, and it doesn't
hmm
seem like my little one will really appreciate any of that. So
okay.
I decided to pass on that.
That is the one thing about Caribbean Beach is that the food is very Caribbean in flavors, and so it's not necessarily for everyone. The quick service, you definitely will have options as far as burgers, chicken fingers, that sort of thing. But if you like to eat stuff that's not burgers or chicken fingers, I think it's a little bit harder to find non-Caribbean flavored stuff there. Caribbean Beach is only for one night though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And so that moves us into phase 2 of your trip. Where are you going on Monday, November the 10th?
We are going on a Royal Caribbean cruise.
Have you ever done Royal Caribbean before?
I have not.
Okay. Which ship is this?
The Utopia of the Seas.
Do you know in their fleet of ships, is there something that Utopia is known for? What does that mean, Utopia of the Seas, compared to the other ships?
So Utopia of the Seas is part of the Oasis class.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Oasis class is most known for this huge, I don't know what it's called, but it's a big slide that goes from like the top deck all the way down to the boardwalk
Mm-hmm.
area. And there's like a carousel, like a merry-go-round right in the boardwalk.
Mm-hmm.
I find it to be more family friendly.
How are you going to get over to the Utopia of the Seas? Are you taking an Uber or a Lyft, or do you have a private transport? How's that going to work?
We decided to take an Uber or Lyft, whichever one comes out cheaper at the time.
Okay. And this is at Port Canaveral?
It is.
Okay. What time are you supposed to get onto the ship that morning?
So I got a boarding time of 10:30.
Oh, that's nice and early,
Hmm.
but not so early that you have to get up at the crack of dawn. That's perfect.
I'll be up at the crack of dawn, but nobody else will.
Will you be up at the crack of dawn out of excitement?
Yeah, well, yes, that too. But I'm generally up early on
Uh-huh.
my day to day, and vacation doesn't change that.
And you'll need to walk over to Riviera to get one more coffee.
Yep.
When you're at Caribbean Beach, do you have a sense of where your room will be located? Like, how easy will it be to get over to Riviera?
So I really wanted to see the mermaid rooms, so I requested the
Hmm.
first building. Otherwise, it's going to be wherever they put us. if that
Okay.
request is
I think
fulfilled.
the mermaid rooms are the old pirate rooms, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
Okay. I think I could be wrong. I think you will be as far from Riviera as you can be.
Yep,
So
and which is
you're
fine.
you're you're gonna have your morning walk. You're
Hmm.
gonna you're gonna get some steps in, and then you can enjoy your coffee on the way back to your room. Yeah.
That's right. That was the plan.
Good. Okay. For the Utopia of the Seas, what type of room do you have? Did you opt for a veranda?
So I booked a guaranteed neighborhood veranda. They've given us
Mhm.
our room number already, and we actually have a boardwalk view.
So does that mean that you would have a veranda, but it's overlooking the interior portion of the ship, not the water?
That's right.
Okay. Yes, I have seen some sort of TikTok or something where I saw something similar. So, okay, I'm able to picture what that means. Has Abigail cruised before?
She has on the Maritime cruise with Disney.
This is her second cruise
That's right.
overall. Okay. All right. It will be interesting to hear what she thinks of this compared to that experience. It's hard to compete with Santa.
I know. And it's hard. I find it hard to compete with the kids club. I don't even know if
Yeah.
she's going to want to be there
Mm.
on Royal.
Yeah, I'll be very excited to hear your thoughts on all of that because I know that, we have a lot of people who listen to this podcast who are Disney Cruise Line devotees, but I know that you can find really good deals on Royal Caribbean and some other cruise lines. So I think it's nice for people to have options if they're looking for something that maybe is a little bit more budget conscious, but still, a ton of fun for a family. How
Absolutely.
many nights is this cruise?
This one is a 4 night.
Okay. And where does it go?
So it goes to Nassau, Bahamas, and the Royal Caribbean's private island.
And what is their private island called?
Perfect day at Coco Cay or Coco Key. I don't
Oh,
know how they pronounce it.
yeah, I think it's Coco Key. I think it's always pronounced Key, but I'm not sure because I have not cruised in 20
So
years.
I think Disney's is Castaway Key, but Royals is Coco Cay, although they're spelt the
Oh,
same
okay.
way. I think it's
Okay.
different, but I could be wrong.
Tomato, tomato.
Yeah,
Tomato, tomato.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So when you board on Monday the 10th, do you have any plans for that day as far as shows or anything on the ship that you want to take advantage of the first time?
So there'll be a lot of exploring, a lot of picture taking. My husband is loves to take pictures, as I do.
Hmm.
So there'll be a lot of that. There is a show that night, so you can do it before or you can do it while you're on board. You have to reserve a spot for the show. So I did make a reservation for it's called All In Signature Production. I'm not exactly sure what that is. If we get to it, we get to it. If not, then we don't. It's basically
Hmm.
just exploring and getting our bearings.
Okay. I think that's kind of nice. Well, I guess there's pros and cons to being able to reserve a spot in advance because if you have a spot, then you don't have to necessarily worry about going and lining up to get into the theater. But on the other hand, I think one of the things that the people I speak to appreciate about a cruise is that you don't have to necessarily be so planned, except for maybe your meal times because of your seating that you have for dinner
Mhm.
and whatnot. And so I don't know. You kind of lose a little bit of the spontaneity by having the reserved spot, but at the same time, I hear stories about people, especially on Disney Cruise Line, lining up for the shows, and that's not something I want to do on a cruise. I don't want to line up and have to spend part of my time waiting in hopes of getting in. So, I don't know. I'm 50-50 on this. How do you feel about it?
I like the fact that you have to reserve a spot. I think you
Mhm.
still wait in line, to be honest, but at least you know that you're gonna get in.
Mhm.
But I also miss the not being able to be spontaneous
Mm.
because a cruise is all about being spontaneous and saying, "Oh,
Right.
well, look at this, let's go do that," where you don't have
Mhm.
to plan every single moment of the day.
Yeah. Do they let you come in if, say, you didn't make a reservation, the show's about to start, and they have spots open? Can people walk up and go see the
I
show?
I think they do.
Okay.
I think they do, but I'm
Okay.
not 100% on that.
All right. So Tuesday, November the 11th, is this a Nassau day?
It is.
Okay. Have you ever been to Nassau before?
I have not.
What do you think you'll be doing in Nassau? Do you think you'll get off the ship or do you think you'll stay on and try to continue to enjoy what the ship has to offer?
So this day I was back and forth with do I book something, do I stay on? But I ended up booking a dolphin encounter at the Blue Lagoon Island.
Have you ever done anything like that before?
No.
Okay. I did it when we went to Jamaica. It was really cool.
Hmm.
Really, really cool. So I hope you have a good time with that. Is
Thank you.
is Abigail an animal lover?
She is. She's very excited to partake in this.
I never asked your husband Darren.
Hmm.
How does he feel about Disney? How does he feel about cruising? Is he doing it because you love it, or is he on board, so to speak?
So, so the cruising part he wanted to try, um,
Mm-hmm.
but Disney he's very standoffish about. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
want to be, he's like, I don't want to spend my time walking all day and waiting in
Mm-hmm.
lines and all that thing. So that he's kind of doing for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he still does it.
Yes, he's still gonna do it.
Yeah, and hopefully, like with your stay at Caribbean Beach, you're not going into the park, so hopefully that will
Hmm.
will help that you're just able to chill by the pool, have a drink, you
Yeah.
know, walk around, get your coffee, all that.
Yes.
All right. So you booked the dolphin encounter. Is there
Mhm.
anything else that you'll do while you're on Nassau, or does that encounter take long enough that that will be your one thing?
That excursion, I believe it's 5 hours, and we leave at 10:30. So that brings us to I think 3:30. I'm not sure if we'll kind of check out the port or just go back on the ship. We'll just see what happens
Okay.
when it happens.
Hmm. So Wednesday, November the 12th, that must be your perfect day at Coco Cay, which now that I'm saying that, I'm like, that makes sense because it
Hmm.
rhymes.
Yes.
Okay. What are you planning on doing on that day? Did you make a reservation for a cabana or anything like that?
No, no reservations, no nothing. We're just gonna go to the beach, explore the island, and eat and drink and be merry.
Okay. Are you all a beach family? Is that something that you typically like to do? Hang out on the beach, swim, that sort of thing?
My husband loves the beach. Abigail, she loves the water. So whether it's a beach or a pool, I
Hmm.
like the beach. I think because we don't have real beaches here in where I'm
Hmm.
from, it's pretty far. So when I go away, I like the ocean.
Hmm.
But they also have a like huge pool. So who knows? We'll do a little bit of everything and see
Hmm.
what happens. Yeah.
Have you checked out the weather yet to see what you're looking at for
So
the time that you're on the ship?
not I've checked out Disney weather, but not so
Hmm.
much Bahama weather.
Okay.
I'm hoping it should be okay because it's cold here. So
Hmm. Yes, it has
I
most
think
definitely gotten cold in New York City as well.
yes, I think anything in the 20s will be fine.
Yeah, I had to pull out my winter coat yesterday because
Hmm.
Alex was playing in a flag football game, and I was like, I don't think I can just sit there not moving without my heaviest coat. And I was glad
Right.
I did. So it's officially cold weather season.
Yes.
So Thursday, November 13th, is that the day that you come back into port, or do you have a day at sea?
No, that is a day at sea.
Okay. Do you have any shows reserved for this day?
So I do have, is that the last day? Yeah. So we do have the ice show reserved for this day. Not sure if we will go and see it because there's so much going on the ship this day.
Mm-hmm.
Because so the one thing that's different about Royal that I've noticed than Disney is Royal will release their ship activities ahead of time. Where Disney you
Okay.
have to be there and log into their Wi-Fi to see them.
Okay. What else is going on the ship this day that you are interested in?
So I've noticed there's a family fun festival going on the boardwalk, and that's at 12:30. There's music, face painting, balloon artists. I think they have like snacks and fondue fountains and cotton candy for the kids.
Mhm.
I like trivia, although I'm not good at trivia. I enjoy it. So I might find one of those and do that. And also, like, my husband is very nonchalant. He's very, when I get there, I'll see. So I don't know what he'll want to do. So we'll see what we get into that date as well.
Friday, November 14th is the day that you return to port.
Yes.
Okay. Before we get into the final bits, or I should say the final phase of your trip, can you tell me a little bit about Royal Caribbean and dining, special drink packages, that sort of thing? What do they have available and what have you personally opted for as a family?
So included would be your drip coffee, regular teas, filtered water, and I think your breakfast juices. So like apple juice, orange juice, lemonade, things like that. You
Mhm.
can get a soda package or a refreshment package. The refreshment package will give you your soda, specialty coffees, bottled water, and like non-alcoholic beverages.
Mhm.
And then you have the deluxe package, which gives you all of that plus the alcohol.
Okay.
So we did not purchase any drink packages. What I
Mhm.
am purchasing though would be a case of water to be delivered to the room, as well as they have in their gifts a cooler bag, and I put some Diet Coke in there.
Mhm.
So we'll have that as well. They also have available, if this was a longer cruise, I would have bought it. It's a coffee card with, so you can get like espresso based drinks. They say it's about 30% cheaper than buying each individual, but because it's
Mhm.
such a small period of time, I'll just buy the one or two that I want a day.
Mhm.
It wouldn't work out.
Do you know what the prices are like on the ship for something like that? Like what would it cost for like a latte?
Off the top of my head, I would say it's comparable, 6, $7.
6, 7? I see. You did that.
That was not intentional at all.
Yeah, I can tell by your face it was not intentional as you were saying it, but I was like, if there are any teenagers listening,
Yeah.
they're gonna lose their
Yeah.
minds. That's so funny. Okay. So yeah, that sounds to me fairly reasonable considering that that is what you would pay at a Starbucks or a
Yeah.
Dunkin' for a or a Tim Hortons if we're talking
Yep.
Canada
Yep.
for a specialty coffee.
Yep.
Okay. Is there anything else that you've opted for on the ship? And I mean certain things like optional experiences, maybe not necessarily an excursion, but is there anything that you've added on to your time on the ship?
No, things that other things you can do, which are also included, would be the flow rider. So you can surf simulator. So
Mm.
if you want to do that, that is also included.
Are
There
you gonna
is
try that, Sandra?
no. I'm gonna try and get my husband to try that.
Really? Do you
No,
think you will?
yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
Maybe with a drink or two in him, maybe he'll.
Yeah, I feel certain I would not be good at that. I just don't think I would have the sort of balance that is needed
Yeah,
to stay
and and
upright.
and I've seen people wipe out, and it looks painful.
Yeah,
So
once you get to a certain
yeah,
age, it's like, no, thank you. Nope,
yeah.
not gonna do it. All right. What other things are there on the ship that you might try?
There's also a laser tag, which is also included. So I
Hmm.
might, if time permits, we'll try that. They also have zip lining, which I
Oh,
will
okay.
probably not try.
Okay.
Rock
Will
climbing as well.
will will Darren try ziplining?
He's done it. I'm not sure how, like, as he's gotten older, he's been less, not courageous, but he backs away from those things. He's a little bit
Mm,
more,
a little bit
yeah,
more cautious. Okay.
yes, exactly.
Now, how is Abigail in terms of that sort of stuff? Is she adventurous?
She is very adventurous. She will try
Hmm.
anything. She doesn't care. Like, the scarier, the better.
Mm. Will they let her do the zip lining by herself, or does she have to have an adult companion?
I haven't looked online for that. I
Hmm.
don't want her to do the zip lining.
Mm.
So
Okay.
even if she can, I'll be like, you're still too young or too short or
Hmm.
whatever excuse.
Yeah. Like you have to be
Yeah,
born in a certain month of the year, or
yeah,
Your favorite color has to be orange, and yours
Right.
is not. So,
Something like that.
okay. All right. Well, I'll look forward to hearing whether any of those activities are something that your family takes part in. Okay. So, returning to the port on Friday, November 14th, where are you going to be staying that night?
So we are going to take an Uber to the All Star Movie Resort.
Okay. All Star Movie. Have you stayed there before?
At the movies, no, I've only stayed at the All Star Music.
All Star Movies. That is the one I have not stayed at. I was just thinking. I have stayed at music and I've stayed at sports, but not movies. And the movies looks like it has really good theming to me. Did you request a priority room or anything like that?
I believe I reserved a preferred room. I think that's all that they had left.
Hmm.
So it's wherever they put us, they put us.
Are you going to be doing anything on Friday, November 14th besides hanging out at All Star Movies? Are you going to go to Disney Springs? Are you going to do some resort hopping? Anything like that?
So I am going to try to get to the Polynesian
Mm-hmm.
and have lunch at Captain Cook's.
I'm so jealous. You
Yeah,
know how much I love Captain Cooks.
yes, I'm gonna try. We'll see how my husband is, if he's how we're feeling after
Hmm.
this week. After that, we have tickets to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Fun.
Yes,
Okay. Very Merry Christmas party. So you think you will have lunch at the Polynesian and then just go straight from there into the party?
that's correct. That was the plan.
Okay. How early can you get into the Christmas party? Is it the same as the Halloween party, which I
Yeah,
think
you
is like
can.
4 o'clock or something?
Yep, you can get in at 4. I don't think we will get in for 4. I don't want to scare Darren with the crowds
Hmm.
of people trying to get in.
Yeah.
So we might like head over at 4:30. Hopefully by then a
Hmm.
lot of those crowds, and it'll be like more of a quick going through all the people at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're having lunch at the Polynesian, then you're gonna have to have a Dole Whip or something while you're
Yes.
there. So I
Yes.
think you can kind of like take your time. And
Hmm.
have you walked over to the new Polynesian Tower yet?
I have. I did
Okay.
that on our
How?
last trip.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna suggest that as something that you could do. And if you have time to kill, you could always do like a little monorail resort tour to see
Hmm.
the Christmas decorations and whatnot.
Oh, right. Yes.
Like you have to go that direction anyway on the monorail to get over to Magic Kingdom, so you may
Hmm.
as well make a stop.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to most at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party?
Everything. I've done this party before and
Mhm.
it's so fun. I love being in the Magic Kingdom at night.
Mhm.
So yeah, our main priorities will be getting on the attractions. Um,
Mhm.
like this is Darren's first time as well, so I want to see how
Oh,
he is with
wait.
everything.
This is his first time. Did I write in my notes that he has never been to Disney before?
No, he hasn't.
Okay. Wow. All right. So this is his very first time to Disney, first
Hmm.
time to Florida,
Yep.
and a first time on a cruise.
Yes.
Wow. You're just really throwing him into the deep end there, Sandra. uh, I think it's wonderful, though. You're going to convert him,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay, so you're going to prioritize attractions. Is that
Mhm.
primarily because he's never been to Disney before?
Nope. We Abigail is a thrill seeker. She loves
Hmm.
going on the rides. She likes characters, but she's not willing to wait in a line to meet them. So attractions will be on the list. Of course, getting cookies will, save them and probably bring them home. I do want to watch the parade because I love the smell of all the floats that go by. I just don't know if we're going to watch the first one or the last, the late one. Depends on whether or not she wants to watch them. If she does, then we'll probably watch the first one because I don't think she'll make it to the second one. If not, we'll just keep on going. And while she sleeps in a stroller, I will watch it on the second one.
Okay, we have to go back for a second. You
Yeah.
said that you enjoy the smell of the floats.
Yes.
Are you telling me that every float has a different scent?
Yes. Yes, it
Why
does.
has no one told me this before?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And
So I'm
and
I'm
it's
imagining gingerbread, peppermint,
I
cookies.
don't recall the actual smells, but I
Mhm.
do recall that there's scents as they're going by.
Yeah, no one has said anything about that before. Do they
Oh no.
do the float have you ever been to the Halloween party?
Yes.
Do the floats smell for the Halloween party?
No.
Okay. All right. So this is a primarily a Christmas thing. Okay.
Mhm.
Interesting. All right. Even more reason for me to try to make it to the Christmas party. And again, hearing about this, I'm like 100% more interested in the Christmas party than I am in the Halloween party.
Yep.
So,
And if you watch it on Main Street, it
uh-huh.
snows or Snopes, and
Snopes. Yep.
it's a beautiful. It just looks beautiful with the castle and the lights, and
Mhm.
yeah, it's just magical.
Mm. Yeah, I remember when we went to Disneyland on our honeymoon. So we went to Hawaii, but we stopped in California for a couple days to do we did one day at Disneyland, one day at Universal, and visited some friends on our way out to Hawaii for our honeymoon. And when we were in Disneyland, the I should just point to everybody. I will link it in the show notes, but I have a whole episode about sort of like how I became like a Disney adult, and I kind of go into detail about this day in Disneyland because it was during the year of a million dreams, and so we essentially got like a private VIP tour, just
Ooh.
spontaneously given to us. And part of that was when she said goodbye to us at the end of our time together. She was like, "Oh, go stand back by It's a Small World at this time, and there'll be a surprise there for you." And we were like, okay. This was right after Thanksgiving. And so it was decorated for Christmas and all that. And so we just, she had spent, I think, like 5 hours with us or something like that, just free, part of this promotion. And so we went back at the time that she specified, and it started snoping in front of It's a Small World. And it was just so magical because I had never experienced that before. Like the only other time I had been to a Disney park was as a teenager. And so on this one day in Disneyland, it was the beginning of my conversion, but not my actual conversion. So if you want to hear the whole story, I will link to that episode in the show notes so you can hear like basically my origin story. So there's not a whole lot more magical than Snope.
Yes, absolutely.
Saturday, November 15th. What time are you leaving to head home?
So our flight is at 9:15 p.m.
Okay, so you have the whole day essentially.
Mhm.
Um, are you going to be doing anything on this day like Disney Springs or anything like that? Because I am thinking specifically about the fact that at Disney Springs, I think there's a Christmas tree trail.
Yes, we are going to Disney Springs. We have a brunch reservation at Summer House on the Lake at 10:45.
Ooh, ah,
Yes, I'm
so
excited.
good. Uh, have you eaten there before?
I have not.
Okay. It is so good. Please, I know you're going to have cookies from the Christmas party left over, but do not skip out on buying at least a cookie or two from Summer House after you're done eating, please.
So my plan is to buy a cookie or two at Summer House, but also to go
Hmm.
over to Gideon's and stock up to
Hmm.
bring home to my older kids.
Okay, so you're bringing a whole carry-on specifically for cookies, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, basically, yes.
Ah. I love this plan. I love it.
Yes.
Pro move. Okay. What is your favorite cookie to get at Gideon's? Do you have one
So
that you go to all the time?
I like the chocolate chip.
Okay. Have you had their peanut butter cold brew?
I have. It's good, but it's very peanut buttery.
Yes. I'm a huge peanut butter fan. That's probably why I like it.
Yeah. If there was a little bit more, like if there was a chocolate mixed with the peanut butter, I might like it more. It's very
Hmm.
peanut buttery.
Maybe they have other flavors. They
Mhm.
probably do have other flavors of cold brew. I've just have ignored them because the peanut butter is so good to me.
I think they have a cookies and cream one. I could be wrong,
You know what? Now that you're saying that, I think they do.
and I might try
Okay.
that the next time.
Ooh, please do so you can report back on it because
I will. If
Yeah,
we
I
end
need to
up
expand
going,
my horizons.
it all depends on the line. 'Cause we'll
Yeah,
see.
that's always the case with
Hmm.
Gideon's. What else are you going to be doing at Disney Springs? Any particular stores that you're looking to hit up?
Definitely the World of Disney store.
Hmm.
I've recently started to, I don't know why, but I'm starting to like pins. So I might check out the pin
Hmm.
store. I might go into the candle store and grab some essential oils to bring back home. And then just walk around and walk into what looks interesting.
Okay. What time are you planning to be heading over to the airport if your flight's at 9:15?
I haven't booked my Mirror's transportation. I'm planning on doing that today, but I did take a look at it earlier, and I think their pickup time was 4:30.
Okay, that's still going to give you plenty of time to enjoy Disney Springs. What time is your brunch at?
10:30.
All right. This is going to be such a fun trip. I cannot wait to hear all about it.
I can't wait to go on it.
All right. Well, Sandra, I think we have all the information we need, and we will talk again after you're back and hear how you executed this trip and whether you converted Darren to be a Disney person and all of that. So, have a wonderful time. Please be safe, and I'll talk to you very soon.
All right. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thank you so much to Sandra for being on the show and to Kate for referring her. Sandra's post trip interview is up next, so I will say goodbye for now. But don't forget to keep daydreaming about where you long to be.